Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a quick speed build on the Ashdown starter home. This is a starter home that has seen, I think now, like 3 generations of the Ashdowns. Or actually it's going to see 3 generations of the Ashdowns. Also, while I was recording my last video, I realized I never introduced myself at all. Hi, I'm Tails. You can call me Caitlin or Kate. And this speed build is part of my remake of my Sims 2 neighborhood, Woodville. So a little bit more about this house. The Ashdown starter home. This is the house that Nora and Vince first moved into. If you watched my last video, I mentioned how I had all my founders stay in this one apartment complex, and I kind of treated it like a race to see like who would move out first. Woodville came to be because of the Build a City challenge, so I rolled 4 founders and I had them all live in a complex. And Nora and Vince were the first to move out, and they moved into this starter home here. This starter home, I did not create this starter home from scratch. This is not my original work. I will definitely be tagging the original creator on screen. I believe it's by Honeywell. I know they came out with like a pack of starter homes, and you're gonna see a lot of those in Woodville. I'm definitely gonna be creating a few of them because they really are just like core houses in my town, and they have such rich history that I'm just like I can't like leave them behind in The Sims 2 at all. Also, if I'm speaking a little bit low, it is currently 5 a.m. Yeah, your girl cannot sleep. I knew this was coming though. I knew an all-nighter was coming. I'm normally in bed, or at least getting ready for bed at 9 p.m. I am a grandma. I like to be in my bed tucked in, and I like the lights to be out, okay? Like I need to be asleep by 12, okay? But these past couple of days I've just been staying up a little bit later and later and later, and then now we're here at 5 a.m. I was just like, I had the energy for some reason, like let me just knock this voice recording out, so that way I can get this video out to you guys. So while I was building this house, I was just getting like all these flashbacks, and I was just like, girl, how did you the amount of Sims that were living in this house, how did you like not break down? Like, this household, I have never played with so many Sims before, and it's because of that damn triplets and quads mod, and ACR too, because ACR just be having my Sims do God knows what. Okay, and then sometimes I can't even catch it, and next thing I know, girlies are pregnant. Like, come on now. And then to have the triplets and quads mod on top of that, and mind you, I have like the percentage low, like at the lowest that it can be, and my Sims are still popping out triplets and quads. In this house, Nora and Vince had their first set of kids. I know that sounds crazy to say, but like I want to say like their first like at least 5 kids were born here, if I'm doing the math correctly. I also don't have any screenshots from generation 1, so everything's off the dome, okay? It's all from my head. Like, the fact that I'm able to remember like who lived in what house and in what room, and like the little drama that has happened in each house, like I'm surprised that my brain has the capacity to like hold all this information in. Nora and Vince, their first daughter, Bella, she was born here in this house, and then right after Bella, and I'm talking like I felt like right after, because ACR, what does the ACR stand for? Autonomous. You know what? I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna try, because there's literally no way I'm gonna get that off the top of my head. I think it's like, actually, it's like autonomous romance. What's the C stand for? Compatibility, maybe? I don't know. So basically, like, that mod was just like going to allow my Sims to do autonomous like interactions, especially like romantic interactions. That mod really created the drama in my game. Like, I can just sit here with some popcorn and just let that mod go to work, and it's like a movie like unfolding. But yeah, so Bella was born here. And then their quads, yes, their quads. Their quads consist of Arthur, Astrid, Caroline, and Charlotte. Now, I started like the alphabet like naming system with the Ashdowns because there were just so many kids. I was just like, I feel like that made sense to do because I had no idea what I was gonna name these kids, and I was just like, you know what, if I just go by the alphabet, and that will also like help me remember who like where the kids fall up in like the lineup. And you know what, I can actually do the lineup off of my head. Embarrassingly enough, I have practiced this lineup, and I'm gonna tell y'all. Ready? Peep this, right? We're gonna do oldest to youngest. Okay, we have Bella. This is before I decided to do the alphabet naming system. So she's like, her name is kind of like out of place, but it's okay. So first we have Bella, then we have Arthur, Astrid, Caroline, Charlotte, and then they had a set of triplets. And the triplets consist of Dallas, Daisy, and Delilah. And their last son together is Felix. If you watched the last video, Felix is dead. Felix, yeah, Felix has perished. Felix died in an unexpected house fire. Oh, it's because of a freaking train set that I knew nothing about that could catch on fire. It caught me off guard, okay? And I as you can see, I'm still bringing it up, and it means that I just have not moved on from it. I'm just still kind of gagged that happened. Like, be serious. But yeah, that's all the kids in the lineup, from oldest to youngest. And I believe Bella and the quads, they were all born here. I think I mentioned that already. Yeah. They were all born here. I think the triplets might have been born here as well. When they hit toddler stage, I knew we were out of this house. Like, there was legit no way that I was going to have, because how many Sims is that? It's Vince and Nora, Bella, the quads, Arthur, Astrid, Caroline, Charlotte, and then triplets, Dallas, Daisy, and Delilah. 10 Sims. Like, there's no way I could have 10 Sims in this small house. But I at least had the first 5. I know that for sure. At least the first 5 were here. And I do remember, like, squeezing them all in, like, some in the rooms. Like, it was a lot. I really packed these kids in this house. Everybody was packed in, and you know what, they were actually kind of living a little bit comfortably, you know. I wouldn't say it was like hell to play, but it definitely gave me a challenge. And I think because of this household, and because I exceeded the amount of Sims that I've ever played with, I've always stopped at 8. I've never like pushed myself to go beyond that. But with, you know, with the Ashdowns and with mods doing its own thing, like, I kind of didn't have a choice. And I'm so happy I didn't have a choice, because OMG. I had a time. When I'm thinking back at it, and I'm like, I'm smiling, I'm reminiscing. I love this household so much. Fast forward, Bella has actually returned to this house. Bella, Caroline, and Charlotte, I believe, all moved into this house when they all reached adulthood. In The Sims 2, if you don't know, there's no young adult stage. It's only, you go from teen to an adult. You can go to the young adult life stage if you do have, I believe it's university. But if you don't have that, unfortunately, you don't have that life stage. Because I was following the Build a City challenge rules. Actually, no, I was not following the Build a City challenge rules at this time. I was like low-key creating like a challenge of my own that focused on the entire town evolving. Because I play rotational, it just made sense to just have the challenge be an entire town focus. So it's pretty much like the Build a City challenge, but not so much like with a lot of restrictions. That was the one thing about the Build a City challenge that I wasn't the biggest fan of. It was a lot of restrictions. Granted, like, if you're building a city, there will be not everything can be handed to you, that I do understand, but it got to a point where I just wanted to play my game. I wanted to buy things. I was like, I don't want to create a furniture store to go get furniture. Like, I want to use this buy catalog. Like, what are we doing? But in my challenge, university wasn't unlocked yet, so they went from teenagehood straight to adulthood. And yeah, the three sisters, they all moved here. All of them could not move here because there is some or there was some beef between the sisters. The three that ended up moving in to this house, they were like the first to like fly the coop, really. Like, they were the first to really leave the nest. And then Bella, she found her boo thing, Mr. Blue Alien, started her family, and Caroline and Charlotte, because there are, do quads call each other quads? Like, do they say like, oh, this is my quad? I'm sure they do. But Caroline and Charlotte, they're in the quad, so they've always been close. But actually, speaking of Caroline has finally settled down and has finally found somebody, and it's Remington Harris. Yeah, Remington has made his way into my game. Unfortunately, when I first did my challenge in The Sims 2, I did not get rid of like all the townies and the NPCs. So like, I have the Ivy Kapoors, I have the Meadow Thyre. Wait, is it Meadow Thyre? Is that her name? I got all of them, okay? And Remington was in there. And Caroline, like, had great chemistry with him. And I was like, you need somebody. I need this legacy to keep going. And you kind of holding me up, girl. Okay? So, but she settled down with Remington. And they are expecting. And I'm so excited because I think I'm going to have them move into this house. This would kind of be, well, not kind of be, it will be Caroline's third time living in this house. And I like that it's only the Ashdown kids. Like, I like how the house is like still in the Ashdown family. Like I said, Bella, she was living here with her husband. They got some issues. Bella is just as fertile like her mama and had to move out. Oh my god, the video is about to end and I'm rambling. Please. Okay, well, the video is literally about to end. And we will explore more about the Ashdowns when I start doing the rotational Let's Plays. But I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you guys enjoy the speed build. Please check out the original creator. And thank you so much for tuning into this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment, and subscribe as well. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.